All right, hello my friends and welcome to the Book Refuge. All right, hello everyone and welcome to a fun little book haul that I have for you. And this one here that I'm doing at the beginning of May goes all the way back a bit to the end of March. So I do have a few birthday presents that are still in here, as well as just some other gifts people have sent. They didn't have to be with my birthday, but I know a few of them were left over from my birthday. I have, of course, some PR mail, and then I have some new releases that I've bought and some other ones that I had gotten in just the last couple months since I did the last haul. And it's time to do one. So anyway, my brain is like cataloging where to start. Let's of course start with PR mail, get through that, and then we'll go through everything else because there's some fun stuff in here and I want to get it put on my shelves, which means it's time to get through it. So let's go ahead and start here. So first off, I have one that is a little bit naughty, and this was a total surprise because Must Love Audio does not send out much like PR mail, at least not to me anyway. Maybe other people on the teams are getting it. And when we all got the audiobooks for Jessica Cain's books, you know, hers aren't really available in print, and they did some special editions with spicy art in them, and I didn't think I got picked to get any of that because people were getting the set of all three. And then randomly, with no warning, I received a package from Must Love Audio, and it only had one in it, but it was still a surprise. Like, I wasn't mad about not getting all of them by any means. I mean, it actually worked out that I got kind of my favorite one, which is kind of fun. So yeah, it came in, you know, an envelope, of course, and then it had, this book contains graphic images, unhinged plot lines, and men with absolutely no chill. So this was on the bag. And then I received this beautiful copy of Sacrifice to the Beast by Jessica Cain, which I did have a lot of fun with. I am going to briefly show you what's inside here, but you can't really see it because I'm gonna try to censor it, but this is what was inside of it. Very spicy. So yeah, there were 3 books that we got audios for. And I do still have the Moby Thick one that I have to listen to, which is so funny. I've kind of been saving it for a rainy day sort of one to listen to. But yeah, this is so cute. So this was a collab with Must Love Audio, and it's so cool to have one of these editions in my hand that you just can't like buy anywhere, or you shouldn't be able to buy anywhere anyway. So there's that. Love it. I guess I don't have to put it back in that bag anymore. Okay, then I have already read and reviewed Captivation Creek by Claire Kingsley. I received the ARC copy of this with one of the character prints in it, and I really enjoyed this one. This was in my favorites of April as well. So yeah, a suspense romance, really like that. Then, let's see. Okay, this one was a surprise. I didn't know I was getting this. I have received a few pieces of PR from Kristen Proby before, but I had never gotten one yet for Natalie Kane. And so for her release of Blood King, which I didn't get approved of the ALC for, which is totally fine, but I ended up getting this lovely PR box with a special edition of Blood King inside of it. And it's cool. It came with a couple pieces of art. One of them is kind of spicy, but you don't see any super naughty bits. And then there was also this one in there. And this one I know is an arranged marriage, ex's dad. So that's kind of fun. And then also inside there was a pink gem. And then, did anything else come here? I think it was just, oh yes, it had some stickers, which I won't show you every sticker, but it did come with a luxe set of cards from Llaya Junco, and you guys know I freaking love those. In fact, I actually have one of their sets to show off today, but this one says they play piano together. I love the black luxe feel to the cards here. Gem Importer, that must be what the pink gem is for, and then the arranged marriage one there. So I love cards from Llaya Junco, so that was great. And then, yeah, all the stickers are just Kings of Vegas ones, which I don't really care about those. Like, I get so many stickers in these things, I won't lie. I get way too much of that. But yeah, I think that is all that was in this box. So I'm very excited to read this one. I will probably use a credit for an audiobook of this one, or I'm pretty sure I can get it with an audio upgrade, because I do plan to continue this series. It's just that since I didn't get an ALC, I didn't get to it immediately. That happens. Okay, then I received some book mail from Entangled, and they sent me an advanced copy of Nobody's Quest. And this one doesn't come out until June. And this one is from Alyssa Day, which I can't remember if I've read one from Alyssa Day or not. I don't know. But this is a Red Tower book, or Entangled's romantasy line. And this one says, the goddess needs a nobody. The prince needs a miracle. Solely gray mind might be both. So says they're an indentured servant, a library mold scrubber, the girl who no one sees unless she's in the way. So when the king's guards show up with swords drawn, she assumes it's a mistake. Then she's standing in a throne room while the king tells her she's been chosen to retrieve a magic set of keys. Which makes sense why there's keys all over everything. Because the world isn't waiting to be saved, it's already burning. And besides him stands the prince. And they're certain that she won't survive. He's probably right. But solely survived a lifetime of everything hard. She may be a nobody with no training or power, even a quest ahead. And she has no idea why she's chosen. But she refuses to be expendable. She chooses... when assassins, monsters, and impossible choices fracture the fragile alliance slowly building with the prince, Solely realizes she can't hide in the shadows anymore, because for the first time in her life, she has something to lose. So, Nobody's Quest, this is out on June 2nd, it says. Reluctant Chosen One, Gods of War, a quest across a dangerous land, and reluctant allies, it says. So, there is that box. Then I received a box all the way from Australia, which it took quite a while to get here. I wasn't so sure about this one. And I'm pretty sure this one is maybe a rebranding of something, because I saw someone somewhere say that this one was also called Mr. Prescott. Maybe I'm making that up. I don't know if it is or not, but it says it's new. The Kings of the Riviera. And anyway, sorry, I should show it. The Heart You Kept. This one actually just released on May 5th. And yeah, they sent me this TL Swan all the way from Australia. Shiny here. It's got some beautiful things on the sides here. And it says, he was never meant to be anything more than a memory, but now he's back and more magnetic than ever. So 3 years after a secret weekend in the Swiss Alps, Alora Sorensen thought she'd completely moved on from the mysterious man who turned her world upside down. That is until Edward Prescott walks back into her life, richer and more powerful and even harder to resist. As the billionaire owner of the world's largest casino empire, Edward is the definition of untouchable. He's a dark, commanding force in a world of high society, luxury yachts, and ruthless enemies. Allura prefers a serene and simple life surrounded by antiques and vintage fashion. She doesn't belong in his world, and yet she's never stopped wanting him. But behind his intoxicating charm lies hidden dangers, and in the shadows of the Riviera will the past reemerge and destroy everything. Secrets brought them together, but will they tear them apart? So, very interesting. Now, I've shared plenty of times that I'm not 100% comfortable with the choices T.L. Swan has made in her writing recently. I'm kind of a one-hit wonder for her, one or two-hit wonder for her, but I don't know. This is a new series from her, and this is very beautiful, at least. So I wanted to share that I got it. In the PR, they included also a pretty little pearl clip in here, a poker chip that has a heart you kept on it, a deck of cards. Gotta say, I do love getting different sets of cards and stuff. An art piece of the two of them. And then some English breakfast tea. Probably my least favorite type of tea, but you know. And then it actually came, Ardenelle put in a book review sheet in here, which that is kind of cute for me there. So that is the T.L. Swan. The book is beautiful, at least. And it's still pretty long. I was going to say it's not as long as some of hers, but it's still pretty long. So okay. All right. Then a fun little thing here. I actually have two different packages from or about Rule of Three. So the first one that I was sent was actually from Source Books. And I can't remember which two things were in this one. Let me, was it? I'm not 100% sure. I think it was just the wooden spoon and the book. Maybe there was one other thing in with this one. I'm not sure. But Source Books sent me an ARC copy of the Rule of Three. I'm actually reading Rule of Three right now. I am 75% into it, so I'll probably be done with it even by the time you see this video, because I need to get my review out. So they sent me that. Then I'm also on Sarah's actual ARC and promo team as well. And this time around, they did something so cool. Actually, you can see where I'm at. I'm further than 75%. And she sent out exclusive editions with the character on the cover. And I wish they had done this with the Good Girl Effect, because God, I love this. I also had pre-ordered a copy of this book from shoot, I can never remember the name of it, but they're the one company that does special editions sometimes. And they were doing book covers with characters on it. So I hope the one that I ordered will have Archer on the cover. This one is Julian on the cover. And Julian is actually, if you look at the family tree and these, he is actually the son of Ronan and Daisy. So that's kind of cool. And this one is, because you can maybe tell from Rule of Three, this one is a throuple. It's an MMF, and I'm really liking it. And in fact, also in this pack came the character cards. And there is Archer right here. We have Freya, who is our heroine here. And she's actually friends with Julian's sister, who gets hired as a chef to handle Ronan and Daisy's anniversary party. That's how we get introduced to her. And then we have Julian, who is, like we said, the son of Ronan and Daisy, and is co-running the sex shop, co-running the, what do you call it? The sex shop with the sex shop, co-running the, what do you call it? The sex shop, co-running 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 the sex the Salacious Club with Jack and with the other ones. Then there were some more Llaya Junco cards. I have pretty much all the Sarah Kay cards. So this one has Menage a Trois. It has the free use wall. I love that her necklace even has a little gem on it. And we have the billionaires right there. So love these Luxe cards. I get to add to my collection of Luxe ones here. Look at how stunning these like black and like, I just love those so much. They make me so happy. Okay, also with it was this kind of like, it's not paper, but it's an apron that has the name of the restaurant they opened together. There is, this is kind of cool. One of the story points in here is them coming up with a wristband idea for the club so that people can feel less intimidated by it. You know, if they don't want to be with anyone. I think black is the color, which they don't have on here. They have here to play with anyone is green, looking for a female is purple, leave me the fuck alone, oh, is the red, and yellow is looking for a male. So you can wear the different bands. That's actually a story point in it. There's one other cool thing too. I really love this idea because you guys know I get sorry, I can't talk. I get migraines quite a bit. So this is actually a weighted eye mask. I do wish it had a band on it. Maybe I can put one on it, but it is a weighted eye mask with that's scented very lightly, which is very smart because when you have a migraine, you can be very sensitive to smells. So when I opened the package, I got a waft of the scent and I was like, oh, what is it? But it's actually very lightly scented itself. I think in the package it just got strong because it was in there, but it is filled with fragrance-free lentils. Well, it's definitely not fully fragrance-free. Oh, maybe it's the shower steamer. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, because you just don't want really strong smell, but you can put this in the freezer or whatever, and it's actually made with lentils, which I thought was cool. And then it's a shower steamer. I love shower steamers. Okay, so Stay Golden shower steamer. That smells like jasmine. That makes sense. Yeah, we got a little shower steamer. I will definitely be using that. I love that stuff. And then, come on, recipe for shaka bread. Oh yeah, a postcard about Daddy's Girl. This one's supposed to be a Godfather romance, breeding king, dad's best friend. And this one's going to be Amelia Cade. Yeah, okay. That'll be interesting. But yeah, there's a cute pic of all of them together. I actually love this sticker. That's adorable. So anyway, okay, enough time spent on this one. I love Sarah Kate's boxes, so that's part of the reason why I took my time kind of opening this one. And then this is the one that came, yeah, this one came from Sarah Kate, and then it had their art on the whole box. And it says, love is worth the risk, which that's actually one of the rules in the book. So that's cool. Okay. On my rule of 3. And like I said, I am this far into this. I'm listening to the audiobook, which has a full cast audio, and I'm loving it. Okay, so those were the PR. Now let's go over what was sent to me by my friends here. So I don't think I have every gift receipt with everything still. So pardon me, but some of them I do. So Serafina, who she actually has a channel on here. She's someone who's done the craft-a-thon with me and a historical romance before. And she asked if she could send me this one gift, and I was so excited about it. So she actually sent me a fantasy cross-stitch book that has 25 patterns in it, which is so fun. Some of these, though, are so huge. Like, that is one of the things that's tough for me with some of these books is that they're so detailed and they're huge. Like, I'm trying to find one that's like a bit smaller. but let's find one. Like, some of these are humongous. Like, they're like 90 by 60, but they're so pretty. Oh, like, look at that one. That one's not too bad. It's just big, and they all need to go on like huge, they need to go on huge, pieces of fabric, and I just don't usually do them that big, but there's like winged toad in here, but it's beautiful. So the thing is some of these ones, oh, look at the fiery phoenix, even if I don't do them, I love adding the books to it. Ooh, Fenrir, that's cool. Spirit of Death. So some of these are cool, and I love seeing ones on like different colored fabrics. So she sent me that, and then she also sent me, which this, I'm so freaking excited. I love these. She sent me a needle minder that is an epic dragon. That is so cool. I've never seen one this intricate before. Oh, good. It has some good pressure to it. This is the needle minder. That is epic. I will absolutely be using this little dude. So thank you so much, Serafina. This book is beautiful. Like I said, even if the patterns seem a bit above my aptitude, there are also things you can do to kind of adapt them to what you want. Like, I don't have to do all of the details around them when you do the pattern. You could choose just to do, you know, let me show you an example. Like this one here, you could choose to just do one bird or something like that. Like, you don't have to do the entire pattern. That's something that I've just learned with time. But this is beautiful, and thank you so much, Serafina. I just love stuff like that, and the needle minder is gorgeous. When I have my next crafters retreat, which is in July, I will bring this and show it off, and the ladies will ooh and ah over it for sure. I've been on a little bit of a crochet kick, which those of you in my Patreon would know, because I've been making baby blankets for all my friends who are having kids this year. And boy, there are a lot. So I haven't started a new one after I finished was it the Wolfie one I finished that? Which one did I finish last? Oh, I did do one for Easter. I did a little bunny one for Easter. But I have a couple other patterns I want to get to, and then this September is when the new book is coming from Max Pigeon, and I cannot wait. I'm so excited. That's like all I want to do. Okay, other gifts. So then I'm pretty sure Daniela sent me, did I lose I was keeping the thing. Yes, I believe Daniela sent it to me, because one of the things I've been asking people to do, which I know it's not like as fun because, you know, wanting it to be a surprise or something like that. But I have had a few package thieves over, not a ton. It really doesn't happen much, but it helps to know when I'm going to be having a package come, because sometimes Amazon doesn't ring the doorbell. Sometimes I don't get told. And so if I know I'm looking for something, like if you even just tell me like, hey, there's something and it says it's supposed to be delivered on a Thursday, that helps me, because then I just know, like, I'm usually home, so it's not like I'm changing my schedule. But if I'm not going to be home, I have this one very nice couple who's a neighbor of mine that I'll be like, hey, will you keep an eye out for this one? And will you keep it for me? Because then I know and I can go ask them for it. But anyway, someone sent me season 7 of Outlander, which I've had on my list for a while. And this is the special box set, of which I have the special box set for every single season. And yes, even though this current season has been rough, I still love having it. So look, here's the season 7 art. And the special edition, why I love it too, is it always comes with a little booklet about like the production design and like all these cute things in here, and I love that. And then this one, I haven't opened this yet, but it came with these art prints. Maybe we can open that now. Why not? I haven't opened these yet. Oh, shoot. I don't have my little blade next to me. I should have. There we go. Beautiful. Oh. Aw, those are beautiful. A couple of these I may actually want to hang up. So anyway, that comes with that. Then, like I said, I don't know if I have the thing in each of these, but someone sent me a couple of books. And I think it was these three that came from the same person. Maybe they weren't. I don't know. But anyway, I didn't have a copy of The Beast Lord yet. And this is so cool. It has on the pages, that you can see that there, it has an art piece on the inside, which is gorgeous. Guess it's on both ends. And yeah, this was Juliet's next entry into this series. So this is gorgeous. Thank you so much. Then I did not have a finished copy of Iron and Embers yet, because the first copy I had of this was actually an ARC copy, which is beautiful, but it doesn't match my other books. So thank you so much, my friend who sent this. I love this series. It was one of my favorite fantasy series last year. So now I have a full set of these ones. Before, I'm pretty sure these are getting pulled for traditional publishing as well. So I wanted a full set. And then another Juliet Cross, which we'll actually have some more of hers to show later too. But she is redoing the covers for her very first series, which I have not read yet. And it's kind of nice. So this one's a dark dystopian romance set in a world over Dominion, warring over Dominion on Earth between angels and demons. So this is the one series of hers I haven't read. I've read all of her other books except for this series. And you weren't able to buy like nice copies of the books because it was still owned by her publisher previously. But now they are owned by her and she's releasing these new covers. Look at the wing on the back. Stunning. It's even hard to see, it's so black here, but this is like a crow and there's a sword and there's feathers flying. So I want to collect these ones and then read those. And then the last one that got delivered just the other day, Caitlin H sent me this, which was so sweet of her. So there is actually this like TikToker, though I watch him on Instagram, or not Instagram. I watch him on YouTube Shorts actually, because I don't have TikTok anymore. But when I used to have TikTok, I watched him on there when he was first making videos. I'll get to this point. And he just came out with this cookbook. Well, he's come out with two cookbooks, but this one is a baking-based one, and it's called Baking Across America, A Vintage Recipe Road Trip by B. Dylan Hollis. And I love Dylan. He makes me smile every day. There is a video from him that'll, pop. They're not all new ones, but there'll be one that pops up on my YouTube app, and I always end up sucked down rabbit hole of watching his. So thank you, Caitlin, for sending me this. It's so cool. Like, here is the big map inside, and he breaks the book down into different sections, and then there are recipes for all 50 states, which is so fun. Although the recipe that is in there for North Dakota, I think, is literally one of the most boring ones ever, but that's okay. This beautiful book is mostly going to be an art piece anyway. But there are a few recipes I really want to do in here, and the pictures are so beautiful. Like these ones of him, like he's just such a cool person, and he's so kind and like joyful always. Like look at this gorgeous peach cobbler, not chowder. So thank you so much, Caitlin, for sending this to me. I just thrown it on my list just because, and she sent me this like almost immediately. So thank you so much, Caitlin. Oops, we did those ones. Okay, really quickly, I'm pretty positive that I showed at least one of these magazines in one of my last hauls, or maybe I showed it on a weekly wrap-up, I don't know. But I now have 4 of these, and I want to move them away from my haul area, so I'm going to show them to you, just because I want to, and I know you guys appreciate it. So, I have my Cultured magazine with Connor on the cover. I'm not going to take the sleeve off again, I like keeping the sleeve on there. Honestly, too, because this one to me is probably the wackiest photo shoot that he's done. Whatever. This one was also like the cheapest magazine to get because I actually was able to get it from Barnes & Noble. All the rest of these I paid like $36 to $50 for because they had to be shipped internationally or they were just super expensive. So anyway, here's my Cultured mag that I bought. Here was my Wonderland, which has Hudson on it. This is one that I know I showed on the on like a weekly wrap-up or something, and I said it's like hurts to look at him. This magazine is so intense, and he's just so like up in your face on it. And like the photo shoot of him in this one is probably like my favorite photo shoot. Where is it even? Is it way at the back? I should have put a spot to save it in here. Ooh, this magazine does not smell fun. There we go. There is the first page. There we go. It is beautiful. This is the one that has the interview where Sophie and Elise actually interviewed him, which is really cute. He's super... Dude, I can't even fit it on the camera. These two are like probably my favorite ones. But yes, absolutely. Oh wait, nope, there was this one. Yep, there was that one. That was the thing too. So, love, 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 love this magazine. This one was definitely worth it. It took forever to get here. Then the other one that I feel like took forever is I only bought one version of this. People paid so much and have all the editions of it, but I just wanted this special one that had him in this outfit, which, by the way, is the same outfit that Hudson is in the one where people are grabbing him. This is Connor on the V-Man Game Changer edition, and the sexy little card inside that's for you to buy a subscription. I love this. I'm going to turn these into bookmarks because I love them so much. But even this photo shoot, you know, my favorite picture is the one on the cover, and then maybe this one. And let's see. Do I like one of the other pictures? Yeah, and the other thing about this one that like irritated me is this magazine, to get it, I think I paid like $40. and then you're reading it, and there's only 2-page of interview, and then it says, read the extended story in the deluxe edition of V-Man, and they're selling that one for hundreds of dollars to get it, and I'm just like, I can't. I have to show some restraint, but I did get this one because this is gorgeous. And then my favorite pictures of him, though, are in the Vogue Adria one. Okay, so this is the one I got most recently. This one took quite a while to show up. This one, I was really worried what condition it would be in after what people had, like, I'd seen other people get, but I got it in pristine quality. And this is another one, there's multiple covers of it, but I love this one. Now, my favorite pictures in here are because they put my sexy man in a cowboy outfit, okay? And not only that, okay, they have him looking like a sheriff here, okay, love it. This one, so cute, quirky, our Texas boy, love it. This one, gag me, okay, love. But then the piece de resistance, the one that made me scream when I saw it, was this one. Okay, him on this beautiful white horse, looking so fly. I love it. I love it. I love it. I want to lick him, but I'm not like that. So there you go. That is my magazine collection so far. As I've said in other ones, haven't bought magazines since I was in high school, besides a special edition here or there. I do have a special edition, like Twilight Anniversary one, and I do have a Yellowstone one when we were waiting for the final season of Yellowstone. So I can't say I don't have any, but I am restrained with those. I have never bought so many magazines. Now, I still have one that's coming, which is the Numero, the Numero Netherlands one, because they're doing a print edition of that. Okay. All right. There are a few other books that were sent to me, and then I will get into the ones I bought. So I think I maybe showed a couple of these in a video, but I don't remember if I did or not. So we're going to go through the whole stack. So I got a stack of Claire Kenters here to show. Because she sent me not only the most recent release, but there was a few other recent releases that she hadn't sent me yet. And again, I think I talked about it in a vlog, I'm not sure, but there was 3 releases from when we first started like working together. That was it really from the beginning? I don't even know what I'm saying. The point was there was some books that I had worked on with her that she hadn't sent me yet, and she always sends me the ones that are new, what we're working on together. And the most recent release before service was Lost Songs. So here was the like classic cover. She always will personalize it to me, which is so sweet. And this is the one that just kind of fits in with the Kindle aesthetic. But for Lost Song, she also did this gorgeous special edition that has Kat and Molly on the cover. Molly's the dog. It's so cute. It says, "I'm fine, even though nothing in the world is." You can actually get these on her website, of course. But I love this cover. I squealed so hard. It is my favorite. It's so beautiful. It just glows. Like, it just glows. It's beautiful. There's a girl and her dog, and I love it. Okay, now, those other ones I worked on her with. So she did a re-release of the book called Trophy. This used to be called, I think, Trophy Wife was the original name. Yes, it was Trophy Wife in 2016, and this is the 2025 edition. So I really love this cover style that she did with, who did this cover? Oh, I don't think she wrote on the inside who did this cover. Whoopsie. But I love the style of this one. Then the very first Noel Adams book we worked on together was a novella of hers called In Flight. So cute. These people keep meeting on their flight on a plane together. So this one was so cute. And yeah, I didn't have a copy of this one yet. So I was like, my girl, send me one. Then there was a re-release she did of Untouchable, which is her probably like darkest Clark Kent novel that's not a dystopian. It involves some deceptive situation going on. But this one was originally published as Sweet the Sin and Dark the Release. And now she had it redone as Untouchable. And it's quite thick because, again, it was a duet that she now made into just like a part 1 and 2 of the story. And yeah, loved this one. Then one of the things she'll always ask me when she's sending me some books is if there are any of her backlist that I would like, you know. Again, she's so sweet to me. And I have been saying that I pretty much have all of the Claire Kent books. There's a few I don't have yet, but I think she's planning re-releases of them eventually. So I was like, let's just wait on those. But some that I don't have are her, well, lots that I don't have are her Noel Adams titles. And as she's been getting new covers of them done, I want the new covers because I love them. So this is the Beaufort Bride series, and these new covers are beautiful. So there's, I think Hired Bride is book 1 though. I don't know, but there is Hired Bride. So pretty. There is Accidental Bride. And there is Substitute Bride. So I love these. They're just so soft and sweet and cute. And then one of her most popular Noel Adams series is the Trophy Husband series. And these are so fun. And I love these editions. So look at these. So this one is Part-Time Husband. And this has the couple names on the back. So this is Melissa and Trevor. There is Practice Husband, which is Sam and Hunter. Oh, they're so cute. There is Packaged Husband, which is Chelsea and Owen. And then there is Purchase Husband, which is Melody and Damien. And I love this because this one leads into the Companions for Hire series, which were the first Noel Adams books that I read, because I was on her ARC team now. And so, you know, this was way back before I started working for her. Always been a fan. And I had never read Damien's story, but I knew who he was. So love those. So those are all the books that Noel has sent me. And those were kind of my birthday packages. I'm very excited because there's some pretty cool ones coming up that she'll be sending me, including what I'm hoping for is the After the End collection, because she's getting some extra sets of those, and I would really, 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 really like those. So let's now go into the books that I've purchased in the past couple months. But first off, I do want to show off some more Llaya Junco things that I bought, because when she did this collection, I almost cried, and I'm not being dramatic, okay? So Janelle has done one card that was a historical romance. She did a historical romance trope card, which I won't dig it out, but it was beautiful. I love it so much. It's one of my favorite ones she made. And she now did a whole collection that is historical romance. So she did a couple stickers. There's one that says just one more chapter. There's one that says scandalously well read. And there's one that is romance reader approved. Then I'll show you the set. She did this set, and look at the cute designs all around. So there's the Yearning, the Bodice Ripper, the Forbidden Kiss, the Secret Affair, and the Happily Ever After. And this is the historical romance collection, and it is fucking beautiful. I said it. I am obsessed with this. It may be my favorite. The colors she picked too, like, look, oh my god, I love it so much. But then she also did a bookmark set, and I mean, I got the whole set. So, and she also put classic quotes on the back. So she did a Wuthering Heights one, whatever our souls are made of, his and mine are the same. She did a Sense and Sensibility, my heart is and always will be yours. And she did a Pride and Prejudice one, and I bet you can guess what the quote is. How ardently I admire and love you. Put the little quotes on the back. So these are stunning front and back, and I regret nothing. I immediately had to have this collection. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. So quite the haul of Llaya Junco in this. All right, let's get into this stack, which I don't know where to start. We'll just go through it. So this was the, now I don't know, was this the Target edition or the, I can't remember which edition this one was, but Hunt the Villain, the white edition. Beautiful. Loved this book. I used a gift card to actually buy At the Mercy of Midnight by Chloe Cullen. This is, maybe you can guess by the cover, a Dramini retelling. I never read the original, though Jessin did. She said it was very good. This one is getting pulled to trad, but it was indie published first, so I snagged it. I actually love the art on the front of this. I think it is beautiful, and I have no idea what a recover will look like or what it is going to happen to it, but this was one that I had on my Kindle and I didn't get to it, but I wanted it so badly, and so I snagged it. I'm kind of bummed because I don't think book 2 will get an indie drop, but because there's supposed to be 2 parts to this one, but I snagged it because I don't know if I'll love it, but I love this cover, and I had a gift card, so I snagged that, but it is no longer available. I'm sorry, it's not available anymore. Okay, I had bought, ooh, does that sticker come off? I didn't check if it did. Ooh, I think it does. I had bought a copy of This Kingdom Will Not Kill Me by Ilona Andrews because Crystal's Book Club was doing it, and I've never read an Ilona Andrews, and I thought starting with a new series might be good, but a lot of people didn't care for this one too much, of my friends anyway, so I don't know, but I ended up buying it, and I may try it. It's from Tor, and yeah, it's their new series that says it's... What I was hearing from a lot of them is it really didn't feel romantic at all. But, you know, maybe because it's going to keep going, it will get there. I don't know. I know they're slow burn people. But this cover was so cool looking and I grabbed it. So maybe I will gift it to my sister if I don't end up wanting it. But I snagged that. Some other ones that are not... Well, those ones were kind of newish releases. I don't know. We're just going through it. I bought Axes and O's by Kayla Gross, a Starlight Haven Lumber Snack romance. I believe this one is an MMF, possibly, or is it triple M? I don't know. I think it's MMF. But it just looked fun, and so I grabbed it. Oh, it is an MMF, Vanilla Businessman Meets Lumber Snacks, Snowden Holiday Romance that's meant to be a fun escape from reality. If that's all you need to know, go ahead and dive in. So, ooh, it also has a recipe and a playlist. So anyway, this one, I just snagged it. I've liked some Kayla Gross and some I haven't. I grabbed that one. This was a recent-ish release that I had an ALC for and didn't get around to, but because this one is a trad release, I wanted to buy it to support her. So this is Lauren Blakely. It seemed like a good idea. I believe this one is a bodyguard and a lilac florist, or like a lavender farmer or something is what she is. I don't know. It's cute. I have the ALC waiting, and I grabbed a physical copy. Then I also with the gift card that I bought at the Mercy of Midnight, I finally bought myself a copy of The Escort's Tale. This is a book I recommend constantly as an MMF, as an escort romance, as a disability rec. I recommend this book all the time, and I didn't own a copy because when I read it as an annotated book for Patreon, and I had no idea how I was going to feel about it. So I finally bought myself a copy. It's only like $10 anyway, so I got it with a gift card and bought myself a copy. Okay. Then, for new releases, I had bought The King of Gluttony by Anna Wong. I also have read this. I will have my review of this one coming up this next week. But yeah, this was a new release. And I have all of the Barnes & Noble editions of this that have like the gold foiling and the white edge here. So had to have that. I have a copy of Love Song by Elle Kennedy, though I am 2 books behind in her series because I still haven't read The Charlie Method yet. And I know this one is another 2nd gen book. And this one I guess is like a standalone because they have announced another series that's going to be a next gen. They keep announcing those and like I wish they would just be in one series, but that's okay, whatever. We have Set It Right by Julia Wolf. This book I actually have not read yet because, okay, one of my patrons loves these books annotated. They love all of Julia Wolf's annotated. And so I knew I was going to need to reread it and annotate it anyway. So I actually haven't read it yet. And I feel bad because it came out like over a week ago and I haven't gotten to it yet. But I have the physical copy now, and as soon as I finish up my April annotated books, I will get to this one and send in a review for it. But this is the final book in the Kelly Ranch series. This one is Cormac and Zara, and it is the child of 2 different characters, or like from 2, of course, the child of 4 different characters from the college series. So of course Cormac is Ellie and Lachlan's son, and then Zara is the children from Bright Like Midnight, the child from Bright Like Midnight. So very good. All right, there is Sacred Ruin by Mila Kane. I've already reviewed this on my channel. Love this one. There is Unbound, my 6-star read from these lovely, lovely people. Loved Bennett and Paloma. Absolutely loved it. Then we have, oops. Oh my gosh. I found these sticking to the back of the book. This is who sent me those gifts that I was talking about. This is Norkel Rose. Norkel Rose sent me 3 of those books where I said I couldn't remember who sent them to me. I knew I kept those things, but they got all shuffled around. Anyway, Blood Singer. I had pre-ordered this. I also had an arc of it. I've reviewed it. Loved this one. One of my favorites in April. And then we have Rights of the Starling, which I also pre-ordered because I wanted to get these beautiful edges. I don't have a special edition of the first one because I had an arc of that book. And of course, I didn't do arcs of the 2nd book in the series. So very excited to read this. I have the audiobook all queued up to get to it. Just things have been a bit tight. I love the like dark purple, little bit of foiling so it almost glows. I have luckily stayed away from spoilers for this. I don't want anyone to tell me their thoughts on it or what they're thinking at all because I've avoided spoilers this far and I want to get to this book soon. I have the audiobook, like I said, but I ordered that. Then these books I just bought yesterday. I bought these on release day for the 2 of them. And they're beautiful. First, though, I'll show you, I bought my own copy of Direbound because I did read and annotate this for someone in April, and I really enjoyed it. And Furybound was coming out just the other day. And so when I went to buy Furybound, I was like, well, I want matching copies of these if I'm going to get them. So I did. I got myself the Fury Bound that has this beautiful art on the inside. Come on. This beautiful art that was on the inside of it. Oh, I guess I should show how cool that looks. And then I did also buy Fury Bound, which is beautiful as well, and has, oh my gosh, they look so beautiful. Asya and Meyers. Excuse me. And then them there. So I did splurge on the double hardcover of those because I was like, might as well get it matching. And then the other book that I picked up, which I am currently reading the arc of this, but I wanted to buy a physical copy to support her. So I bought The Last Contract of Aseko, which I am about, let me see, I'm on chapter, I think I'm in the middle of chapter 12, so I'm only about a fourth of the way in. But this is a sci-fi one. It was actually funny because I knew it was sci-fi reading it. I know that it is. But even still, I went to look in the fantasy section for it, or I thought it would be on one of the tables at the front. It was not. So I ended up having to ask one of the workers. I was like, I'm not good. I'm like, I know they have this one, right? It's not like some other romance where it takes a while to get here. Like, I know they have Fond du Lis. So I asked him where it was, and he was like, oh, yeah. And we had to go to the sci-fi section for it, of course. So yes, we went to the sci-fi section and I got my copy of this. So there we go. I thought this would be a quicker video. It's almost an hour. I guess I talked a lot about everything, but I'm just so blessed as always. Any of you who've sent me anything, if I didn't shout you out or let you know or message you, I am so sorry. But truly, I appreciate everything that anyone sends me. I'm always going to be humbled by that. That's never changed in all these years. I don't feel deserving of it ever. So thank you so much for the sweet gifts you've sent. And yeah, I appreciate them with my whole heart. So thank you so much. And yeah, I'm going to now clean up my living room and get this video edited so it can go up tomorrow. So thank you so much for watching, friends, and I'll see you next time.